What's up guys, Grimsy42 here, and I've got a pretty decent amount of pickups here I want to show you guys. This is all actually from a road trip. I don't want to say recently because for whatever reason these pickups have just got lost in my backlog. I've been waiting to get them integrated into the shelving, so without further ado, here we go. So basically this road trip is a trip that a friend of mine and I take at least a couple times a year. I'd like to say 3-4 times. It's to a place called Erie, Pennsylvania, which is to the west of me, if my internal compass is working. So, anyways, it's about an hour and a half drive, and it used to be a pretty good place to go. I remember the first few times I went there, I was finding like boxed Super Nintendo games and Demon's Crest, Super Metroid, all kinds of crazy things. But I think, unfortunately, just like a lot of other areas, as the hobby continues to grow, pickings are becoming slimmer, so we make the trip less and less often as a result of that. We don't want to take all the time to go down there just to find like a couple common games that we could have found in our own area or eBay or wherever. But these pickups were from a while ago, so they are pretty juicy. So without further ado, I will go ahead and start rolling into them. First thing I want to show you is two things I picked up from a store. I don't remember the name of it. It's like Game World or something like that. It's this weird, like, kind of looks like a hybrid of a pawn shop and a video game store. And I only say that because they have like stereo equipment and stuff in there. So I'm not really sure. But he had a game that caught my eye and it wasn't priced. It was kind of just in a pile. And I asked him how much he wanted for it, and he actually said $5. So I was pretty impressed with that, but then I also spotted something else, and I was really excited when I spotted it, but unfortunately it was empty. But I still grabbed it, and it's just the cardboard insert for the new Super Mario Wii. And why this is cool is because it actually was the one that came bundled in with the system. So by having this, it's pretty tough to find this, and if I can ever find that smaller manual and obviously a disc to throw in there, I'll be all set. But I thought it was pretty cool, and he actually just threw it in. So this is the game that I wound up getting for $5, and I was really, really pleased to get it. Super Bonk. And as you can see by the glare there, it's got a really clean label. It's just got this little bit of marker here, which I can probably take care of. But I was super happy to get this. This is like a $20, $25 game, unless it's gone up or down since I checked. But decent game. The Bonk series is really fun, and I'm pretty sure this was the last Bonk game that they made. I think this is when they kind of stopped making Bonk games, which is a shame because they were pretty good games. Okay, the next stuff I'm going to show were all pickups that I got from a store called The Exchange. Wait. No. Buybacks. There's so many there, I get them all mixed up. These were from Buybacks. So I'll go ahead and show those now. First, I'll do... first I'll do the PS2 pickups that I have. There's 4 games here. So one of the things that this store is notorious for is they have a huge, huge selection of games. And some of their prices are really high, and some of them are actually really reasonable. So I actually usually look, and I try to pick up for a few systems here. I'll explain them kind of as I go. First with the PS2. The first one is MacLeod Kingdom. It's by NIS America. Next one is Musashi, Samurai Legend. It's got kind of a holographic cover. Next, I've actually never heard of this game, Chaos Wars. And lastly in this pile is an Atlas title, Metal Saga. Okay, next, a couple Xbox titles, and the first one you'll notice here, if you can kind of see, it's got like a clear green case, kind of like the Xbox 360 games. One thing that this place does, which I like and don't like at the same time, is when they get trade-ins, they actually replace the cases on them. I think it's part of their like refurbishing process. And they look really nice, but I know it's not the original case, so that kind of throws me off. But anyways, this was a Xbox exclusive, and I'm told a good game. Panzer Dragoon Orta. And the next one is Gun Valkyrie. Both of those were by Sega. Ever since I've been watching Airforceshields videos, he collects a lot of games for the original Xbox. And believe it or not, I owned one, but I really never really bought a lot of games for it. I had like Ninja Gaiden, I had Halo, but I never really got into the system. I was more into like Sony or Nintendo products, so I really missed out on a lot of the games that they had to offer. So I definitely have been trying to, revisit the system and pick up any exclusives, So anything that says only for Xbox, if it looks remotely interesting, I've been trying to scoop it up, see what I can get. Okay, this next one is a GameCube game, actually, and it's in really good shape, except for a little bit of damage on the back, which unfortunately kind of pisses me off. But Bomberman Jetters. It's in really good shape, like I said, except for, I don't know if you can see. Try to get the glare right. Yeah, like right there, it's got like a tear. But that's unfortunate, but whatever. I think that was everything. Oh no, I have two more games I kind of held off showing, and they're both really good games. The first one is Grandia, and with the PlayStation games, I don't really like to open them. It's the discs all fall out, but it's complete, and it's in amazing condition. I don't know if you can see the reflecting glare, and like they have really nice condition cases. I actually think they replaced them, but I mean they look so nice it really doesn't even bother me. And next is a game I've owned in the past and I really enjoyed. I'm glad to get it again. It's Star Ocean: The Second Story. And one of the things about this game that kind of makes me happy to get it back is, I don't know if I've mentioned in the past, when I was younger I actually had every PlayStation 1 RPG. I had all of them. And I ran into some money trouble. Basically my car completely crapped the bed on me, and I had a job that was a relative distance, so it's like I couldn't take a bus or anything, so I really needed the money to get another car. And I mean, I was only in my early 20s at the time, and I wasn't, financially secure yet. I was still kind of trying to get my path in the world, and I had no really other options, so I had to sell all my PlayStation 1 RPGs to get the new car. And, I've always regretted it. It was a horrible thing, and I actually, from that incident, learned that I never, when buying games, overextend myself. And what I mean by that is I always have a budget. So I know you guys see me, doing all kinds of pickups and stuff, and, people may think I have bottomless wallets. It is 100% not true. But actually what I do is I actually have a predetermined game budget that won't ever interfere with my bills or, upcoming potential expenses, and I never really pull from my bank account to support my hobby. Basically, I purchase all my games just from trading and selling the doubles that I find, garage selling, Craigslist, whatever. So that could, go to show you guys that if you put, a lot of effort into it, the hobby can actually support itself. So I just wanted to, throw that out there and just to remind you guys, be very careful when buying games. I know that it's a very addicting hobby, and just make sure that you never, overextend. You never reach too deep into your wallet, because you don't want to have to go ahead and, turn around and sell those games that you looked so hard to find just to, make ends meet for that month, because it's really not fun. So, anyways, next things I found, these were actually from that store I was saying called The Exchange. The first one is a complete copy of Vector Man. It's the holographic cover. And there's the game, and the manual is somewhere in there. Yeah, you can, if I can get it out. They kind of put the manual behind, so it's pretty cool. And this box is very, still very firm, and it's still got all the flat edges and stuff, so it's in really good shape. Normally I don't buy the cardboard boxes, but I thought this looked cool. It was like $3, so I grabbed it. This next one I picked up, it was like $5, and it was an RPG I didn't have. So Arc the Lad, End of Darkness. So I was happy to grab it. I used to own the original Arc the Lad, the Working Designs bundle from PlayStation 1. But again, as I just mentioned, that is no longer with us. That is in somebody else's game room right now. In these last 4 games, I actually got from one of the play-in trades up there. And I'm not sure if you guys know my friend Kate Boomstick, but she basically, this actually took place before I even met her. When I purchased these games, the following day, she went in and purchased the rarest Saturn game that ever was made. So, as far as I know anyway. And I'll go ahead and I'll link that below so you guys can check that out. But that'll just give you an idea of how long ago I bought these games. I actually picked up the game in question and looked at it and didn't think it was what it was. So, you know, it kind of sucks. It was one of my caught slippings. But anyways, without further ado, the first one is Spot Goes to Hollywood. Next one is Scud Disposable Assassin. And all of these were, you know, in really good shape and, you know, were very fairly priced. This case actually just came apart on me when I said that, which is kind of ironic. But, it's in there. Let's see if I can get this back together quick. These Saturn cases take a beating pretty easy, unfortunately. The next one is Die Hard Trilogy. This was actually a really good game for the PlayStation 1, so I'm hoping that it was good on this system also. But these are all in really good shape, and they were all like $10 or less, so I definitely had no problem picking them up. And this last one here is Panzer Dragoon. Unfortunately, it's not Panzer Dragoon Saga, which would have been amazing, but I'll take what I can get. It's nice to have at least one of the Panzer Dragoons out of the way. And this last thing I want to show, I actually picked this up also at that store. For whatever reason, they couldn't find the discs when I went to buy it. And I asked them, I said, you know, hey, well, can I just have the case? And if they couldn't find the discs, obviously they had no reason to keep it, so they let me. And it's a very, very good game, so hopefully I can find the discs for it in the future. It's Persona 2. And this is the bonus edition. Even though it says one disc, which would go there, it's got a slot in the back for a second disc because this came with like I think a DVD or something. So it's got the case and the manual all in really good shape. So hopefully I can track down those discs and you know, I'll be good to go from there. And if not, I can always there is actually a market for people who just have discs and are looking for cases and manuals. So if I ever find a complete copy at a good price, I can just probably throw that on eBay and, you know, recover some of my money. So that'll be good. And it's in really good shape. To be honest with you, I would probably take the discs from the one I purchased, put them in this, and then sell that case. Just because this case is just like flawless. But anyways, guys, those are the pickups. I hope you guys have checked out my NES collection I recently uploaded. If you haven't, I will also put that right here. And part 2 will be coming out later this week, so look for that. I hope you guys enjoy, and take care.